Generative AI tools now allow marketing teams to output 500 ads before lunch. It is a process that makes creative production nearly free, but it often results in teams pulling a mechanical lever on their budget, generating hundreds of variants and hoping the algorithm finds a lucky payout. Despite the industry's obsession with volume, Nielsen-linked research shows that creative quality drives roughly half of a campaign's total sales lift. That is a far greater impact than what you get from tweaking audience segments or bidding strategies. In many DACA marketing departments, teams are using AI to scale their own unverified gut feelings. They brief a concept once, let the AI generate 100 variations, and launch them all without a plan to measure why any ad succeeds. When you remove disciplined strategy from the process, infinite creative volume creates expensive noise. It burns through budgets without providing any insight into what actually moves the consumer. This spray-and-pray approach is particularly dangerous in Bangladesh because the addressable audience is much smaller than the headline figures suggest. While the BTRC reports over 132 million internet users, that definition includes anyone who used a tiny amount of data once in 90 days. Independent analysis puts the actual pool of active, purchase-capable digital consumers closer to 25 to 30 million. This is a much tighter space. Compounding this is a mobile data tax burden of over 54%, among the highest in the world. In this environment, consumers are highly sensitive to data-heavy, poorly targeted ad variations that don't respect their time or their wallet. Most global AI playbooks assume brands have rich, first-party data to fuel their personalization engines. In Bangladesh, where only 3% of adults have made an online purchase, those personalized AI variants are often just automated guesses. Pumping hundreds of untested ads into this small, highly taxed audience accelerates a massive wave of rapid creative fatigue across the entire digital ecosystem. It burns through a marketing budget significantly faster than it would in a larger, more stable market. Here is how the high-volume failure loop actually works. Because generative tools drop the marginal cost of a variant to nearly zero, junior teams can output dozens of concepts in a single afternoon. The error occurs when variants launch with the headline, visual, and call to action changing all at once. Without a control group, a winner eventually emerges, but because no variables were isolated, the team has no idea why it worked. Since the reason for the win remains a mystery, it cannot become a repeatable insight. The team is forced to start the next campaign cycle from zero, repeating the same guesswork. Meta's research shows that conversion rates fall and costs rise as users see the same elements repeatedly. In a small market, that fatigue curve compresses. Your brand recall erodes quietly because the algorithm was optimizing for the short term. Mistaking an algorithm's ability to find a winner for actual institutional learning is the most expensive mistake a performance team can make. Fixing this requires moving the discipline upstream. The objective is to place AI inside a governed learning system, an execution engine for human strategy. Step 1. Start with a written, falsifiable hypothesis. Step 2. Bound tests to just one changing element to isolate performance. Step 3. Set quality guardrails. Finally, steps 4 and 5. Set a minimum spend threshold and log every result into a shared repository. This framework ensures that every taka spent on AI generation contributes to a compounding base of marketing knowledge rather than disposable, untrackable noise. For a regional example of this discipline, look at Mondelez India's Shah Rukh Khan My Ad campaign. It remains a highly effective use of AI. The campaign's success came from a specific, predefined hypothesis that personalized celebrity endorsements would drive footfall to local retailers. AI served as the tool to execute that single endorsement across thousands of individual store names during Diwali. The human team made the strategic decision first. The AI simply provided the scale necessary to bring that decision to life. Organizations that adopt this framework trade immediate random wins for a library of consumer insights. They build the ability to predict future campaign success based on actual data. But the biggest barrier to this structure in Bangladesh isn't technology, it's how agencies are paid. Local agencies are largely compensated for output volume rather than the velocity of learning. When an agency is paid to deliver a specific number of assets, they are incentivized to favor the spray-and-pray method over rigorous, disciplined testing. We also have to remember that even infinite variations cannot fix a fundamentally weak market position or a product that lacks a clear value proposition. AI is a high-speed execution tool, but in a constrained market like Bangladesh, A few well-tested creatives will defeat blind volume every time. The most effective use of AI is to prove your strategy, not to replace it.